This is Mimi, Christopher, and Austin. I am going to start reading you guys a story because I know how much you miss that. So this is really just mostly for my grandchildren. They like when I read them a story. So I'm going to start reading them a story again. If you want to listen to it, go right on ahead and listen to it. Anybody can enjoy it, okay? The name of this book I'm going to read is, I'm only going to read a few chapters tonight. We'll see how many I get through, okay? Because I'm only going to take up probably about 15 minutes. All right, maybe I can read the whole book in that time. We'll have to see. All right, I love you guys. Good night. It's called The Jigsaw Jones Mystery. So it's a mystery. It's something you have to solve. The Case of the Spooky Sleepover. The Case of the Spooky Sleepover. I see a boy and a dog, and the boy's got a flashlight. All right, let's see. There's not very many pictures in this book, okay? So you really have to listen and pay attention and see if you can solve the mystery. Chapter 1, Ralphie Jordan. Ralphie Jordan was the most popular kid in room 201. Everybody liked Ralphie, and Ralphie liked everybody right back. He had dark eyes, dark skin, dark hair, and he was as thin as a flagpole. That's pretty skinny. Best of all, Ralphie Jordan was a world champion smiler. Nobody had a bigger smile or used it more often. Only today, Ralphie wasn't smiling. He plopped down next to me in the school cafeteria and he said, "Hey, Jigsaw, can I talk to you for a minute?" Wonder why he's not smiling today. It's hard to talk with peanut butter in your mouth. I know, I've tried it. I mumbled. I reached for my milk and I swallowed hard. Whew, I said, that's better. Ralphie flashed a toothy grin. But the smile left his face in a hurry, as if it had somewhere else to go. That wasn't a good sign. Something has to be wrong with Ralphie. What's the matter?" I asked. "Bologna again." Uh-oh, means he's got a bologna sandwich, and he must not like bologna that much. "Nah, nothing like that." Oh, he was saying, "Is that what's the matter?" The other boy was asking him if he had a bologna sandwich. "No, nothing like that," Ralphie said, and as if to prove it, he poured out his lunch bag onto the table. Then he lined up everything in a neat row. Ralphie had a ham sandwich, a plastic bag of grapes, 2 Oreo cookies, a carrot, and a juice box. He picked up the ham sandwich and he squished it between his hands. By the time he was done, the sandwich was flatter than Flat Stanley. Ralphie took a few big bites of the sandwich and then he twisted open an Oreo. Okay. He licked the white insides. "You're still a detective, right?" he asked. "Sure," I answered. "For $1 a day. I make problems go away." For $1 a day, I make problems go away. That's how it should have been said. Ralphie didn't say anything. He was busy working on his second Oreo. I waited. In the detective business, things go better when you sit back and listen. So that's what I did. Finally, Ralphie spoke up. "Can you keep a secret?" he whispered. "I can," I said, "but when I'm on a case, I share the facts. With Mila Yay, we're partners, you know." Ralphie thought that over. He shrugged. "I don't know, it's sort of goofy." I waited for the goofy part to come. It came. "Jigsaw," Ralphie asked, "do you believe in ghosts?" Does he believe in ghosts? Uh-oh. Chapter 2. On top of spaghetti. "Ghosts," I repeated. "Like Casper the Friendly Ghost?" Ralphie Jordan shook his head. "No, the unfriendly kind." Maybe it was the look on his face. Maybe a window was open and a cold breeze blew down my neck. But I got a creepy feeling. Like watching a scary movie with the lights out. Yikes. "Ghosts aren't real," I told him. The truth was, I didn't know for sure. But one thing was certain. I didn't want Ralphie Jordan to think I was scared. No one needs a fraidy cat detective. Ralphie sort of frowned. Then he gave me a big, easy smile. And a Ralphie Jordan special, but I knew it was just an act. What's this about? I asked. You haven't seen a ghost, have you? Forget it, Ralphie said. It's probably nothing. Sure, probably nothing, I agreed, but if you want to talk, I'll be in the treehouse after school. Come by if you feel like it. Thanks, Jigsaw, Ralphie said. I think I will. Then Ralphie pointed to his uneaten lunch, the carrot, grapes, and juice. You want it? He asked. I didn't, and I told him so. Ralphie stuffed his leftovers into his lunch bag. He crumpled the bag into a tight ball, and then he stood up, turned, and fired. The bag floated toward the garbage can. Swoosh! Yes, Ralphie called out in a fake announcer's voice. Jordan shoots and scores! After Ralphie left, I pulled out my detective journal. I ripped out a piece of paper and I wrote a message to Mila. We wrote all our messages in code. I decided to use a space code. All I had to do was write out the message without putting spaces between the words. Oh, it looked like, right here, it looks like this. So he just writes everything out, but there's no spaces. What it says is, meet me at the treehouse after school. See? Meet me at the treehouse after school. He just didn't put any spaces in it. That's his code. I looked it over. Too easy, I decided. So I took out another piece of paper and I tried again. I added spaces in the wrong places. Now it looked pretty tricky. So he put me, but he didn't. He did another word, but it doesn't look like any words, does it? That would be tricky. Mila needed to find the real words and draw lines to separate them. When Mila was done, it should look like this. Meet me at the tree house after school. I found Mila sitting with Lucy Hiller and Biggs Maloney. Lucy was eating today's hot lunch special. It was spaghetti and meatballs. At least they looked like meatballs. They probably tasted more like golf balls. How Lucy ate that stuff was a mystery to me. Phew! Mila was singing. That was normal. You'd have to put a sock in her mouth to keep Mila from singing. Our teacher, Miss Gleason, taught the song to us in class. It sounded like On Top of Old Smoky, but the words were different. Lucy and Biggs giggled while Mila sang. On top of spaghetti, all covered with cheese, I lost my poor meatball when somebody sneezed. I said hi, and I handed Mila the note. She stuffed the paper into her pocket without looking at it, and then the bell rang. Lunch was over, but the case was just beginning. Okay, that was 2 chapters, so I'll read you 2 chapters a night. How's that? That'll be fun. So now we got to figure out what the mystery is about the ghost, right? This will be a good book, okay? I love you guys. You guys have a wonderful night. Get some sleep, have sweet dreams, and wake up happy, and have a great day at school tomorrow, okay? I love you two so much. Christopher and Austin. Night, guys. Love yous.